Welcome back, folks, to Chronicles on the Focus, your weekly dive into the fascinating world of all things interesting. I'm your host, Bob, and with me, as always, is the ever-so-knowledgeable, Alice. Today, we're delving into the rich history of one of the world's most famous football clubs, Manchester United. What do you say, Alice? Ready to talk Red Devils?
Absolutely, Bob. Manchester United, the club with a history so dramatic, it's almost a movie. But let's start at the beginning, shall we? From Newton Heath LYR Football Club, a team formed by railway workers, to the global powerhouse that is Man United today, it's a journey with highs and lows, triumphs and tragedies.
You bet. It's a journey that started all the way back in 1878, and let's be honest, back then, a football team formed by railway workers wasn't exactly destined for glory. They were even called the Heathens for a while. Can you imagine that?
Haha. Imagine rocking up to a match as the Heathens. Definitely not a name that evokes the fear and respect the Red Devils command today. But it all changed in 1902 when the club was literally saved from bankruptcy by some local businessmen. They stepped in, changed the name to Manchester United, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And what a history it is. They won their first league title just a couple of years later, and in 1910, moved to their iconic home, Old Trafford, the Theatre of Dreams. It's hard to imagine the club anywhere else, right?
Exactly. But the road to becoming one of the world's biggest clubs wasn't paved with sunshine. There were difficult periods, relegations, and even a horrific tragedy that almost shattered the club, the Munich air disaster in 1958. It's a story that still chills the blood of even the most casual fan.
That's a heavy one, Alice. It's heartbreaking to think of the Busby Babes, that incredible young team with so much promise, losing so many of their stars in that crash. It truly defined a generation of fans, and the way they rebuilt the club with the likes of George Best, Bobby Charlton, and Dennis Law, the Holy Trinity, is just incredible.
It's inspiring to see how the club not only survived but thrived. They went on to win more titles, become the first English club to win the European Cup in 1968, and cemented their status as a global force in football.
Then came Sir Alex Ferguson, the manager who really put Manchester United on the map. He took over in 1986 and transformed them into a dominant force, winning the Premier League 13 times. He's a legend, and he really gave the Red Devils a whole new swagger.
And don't forget the 1999 treble. That's winning the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League all in the same season. That's a feat only a handful of clubs have achieved, and Manchester United did it with style.
We could talk about Manchester United all day, folks, but we're running out of time. It's a club with an incredible history, one of passion, tragedy, triumph, and above all, a deep connection with their fans. So, next time you see the Red Devils, remember all the stories behind their famous red shirt.
And remember, folks, even if you don't follow football, there's something about the story of Manchester United that captures the imagination. It's about a club overcoming adversity, building a legacy, and inspiring fans around the world. Until next time, this is Chronicles on the Focus signing off.